In Night City, the house always wins. Night City isn't just a setting, it's a predator. Simultaneously a meat grinder that chews up the unwary, and the neon-soaked city of myth where legends are born only to go down in a blaze of glory. By the time this painting is finished, you'll see why Night City always wins. Brainwashed streets full of crime and wonders of corporate technology, where the suits live a dangerous game of cat and mouse, and the poor live in slum-like high-rises that scrape the sky. Night City isn't just a setting, it's a character in its own right. It has agency and a long memory, though it only remembers outcomes, not actions. It remembers who moved the most money or who made the biggest splash, but never why. The legends of Night City don't live on because they're brave, but because their deaths were useful for Night City's own legend. From the sterile corridors of corporate espionage to the cramped, suffocating neon of Watson, Night City twists and turns upon itself, shaping the lives of the brave and cowardly alike. It's intoxicatingly seductive, whispering promises of glory while devouring those unworthy of it. It's like a huge slumbering predator, laying in wait for the foolhardy to trip in its webs of power, corruption, and deceit. It never pretends to care, or to even notice you. It just lays out the promise of the house, the ultimate gamble, winner takes all, and Night City never loses. V and Jackie take that gamble, as do countless others that walk the neon-soaked streets. A roll of the dice that ends with both of them being chewed up and spat out by the city that promised them everything. It never raises a weapon, it never needs to. Instead, it places the gun in your hand and winks. Think of the glory, think of the riches and the power and the eddies, it whispers, all while you're pointing the gun at yourself. That's not to say you can't get all those things. You can, and many have. Their legacies speak for themselves, but they all suffered the same fate. Adam Smasher became more machine than human. The lure of chrome just too tempting to resist, until there's nothing left underneath but cold metal. Every upgrade brought David Martinez power, but slowly pushes him towards the inevitable blaze of glory so many think will never happen to them. Alt Cunningham, a talented netrunner who created the means for digital immortality, only to have her ideas stolen by Arasaka, and her own personality scattered onto the net. And Johnny Silverhand. Well, we'll come back to Silverhand later. Night City took them all, and moulded them, twisted them into something else before discarding them like so much trash. Night City was never meant to be like this. It was meant to be a utopia, free from crime and poverty. The free city of Night City, a shining light for idealists nestled on the Pacific coast. Richard Knight founded the city in the early 90s, but by 1998 he was dead, assassinated in his penthouse suite. It seems even the father of Night City was consumed by its insatiable appetite for violence. As we enter the city in 2077, we see it has fallen far from Richard Knight's lofty, maybe even delusional, ideals. Gangs run the lower streets, corporations its seats of power, and Night City holds sway over all. You can play the game, just like everybody else, but know you're playing with Night City, and its dice are loaded. In this world, you are V. Male, female, corpo, street kid, it doesn't matter. You're here to make sure Night City remembers your name. That when people think of the greats of Bartmoss, Blackhand and Boa Boa, your name will enter their mind too. Night City has promised you the world, all you have to do is reach out and grasp it. Play your hand well, and people will know who you are. Play it wrong, and the house takes all. The big leagues are calling. Jackie can hear them, and so can you. One job, to really cement your legend, to write your name in eternity. And that's when Night City plays its own hand, a royal flush, and before you know it, it's all over. Jackie is dead, you took a bullet to the head, and now you have a digital reconstruction, an engram of Johnny Silverhand, slowly taking you over like so much corrupted code. Night City doesn't have to intervene now, it can just wait. Every solution you chase costs you time you don't have. Every person you meet extracts what they need and then moves on, and Night City lurks in the background. If you leave, the city continues. Stay and fight, The system will remain regardless of what damage you think you can cause it. If you die, and that's more likely with every passing day, then Myth will replace the person, much the same as Silverhand's engram replaces you. However it ends, the city remains, and you just wanted the world to know you were here. You can make choices. Who do you trust? Who do you side with? Who do you spare? They're just illusions, interesting ways to paint your own cage. Night City allows choice, maybe even encourages it, but only on its own terms, a contract which you sign when you cross the city limits. V's story isn't unique. Sure, the specifics may be. Not many can say they've been overwritten by an engram, but the broad strokes are the same. Head in the clouds, feet in the gutter, and here comes Night City to cast your vision ever upwards while dragging your feet ever downwards. So why do people stay here at all? Night City is equally a cesspit of inequity while being a shining example of excessive capitalism. Good people live here. You meet them. Panam, Judy, River. They're honest people who try their best even though the odds are stacked against them. Sure, they have pasts. Who doesn't? But they move forward, determined to be better than the people they were before. Night City cares not. It eats them up the same way it does V, all while it promises them it won't. Yet people still choose Night City, so why stay? Why not leave and take your chances elsewhere, Choom? After all, it's a big world to get lost in. Maybe it's because Night City is a part of you. It's the context on which you define yourself. Out there, you're a nobody. But on the streets, you could be a somebody. Maybe even a legend. Night City can be a mirror in which you see yourself as 10 feet tall. Or is it money? It's always money, right? Night City is full of eddies, ripe for the picking. A friendly place for corporations, which means a chance at a little upward mobility. There ain't many millionaires in bumfuck nowhere, not in the new United States of America, where a civil war was fought less than a decade ago, and where the air and soil is so polluted by the machinations of corporations that crop yields have fallen as much as 80%, and food and medicine is only available in the cities. NUSA is full of ghost towns and empty, haunted settlements. Night City must seem a Garden of Eden in comparison. But it's not just the eddies, it's the promise of glory, part of that contract you strike with the city as you cross its limits. Here, it says, you can have a future. Here, you can be anything you want to be, even a legend. Reinvent yourself, chrome up, and be somebody. It's the neon-tinted American dream. Night City offers a life worth dying for, a life where you can experience the highs and lows in fast forward. Money in your pocket, dreams in your skull, and the promise of a better tomorrow. And isn't that what it all boils down to? A future worth striving for. Night City promises you all these things and more, and then it laughs behind its hands. It goes about marking the cards. It's dealer's choice. Are you in for a hand or two? Who knows? You may even get lucky. Some see it for what it is though, a city of lies built on empty promises. Some even bring the fight to Night City. But by now, you're probably starting to see how the game is played. Silverhand knows the game as well as you think you do. He's seen the marked cards, weighed the loaded dice in his hands. The game is rigged, so why play at all? Why not burn it all to the ground? Johnny tried this very approach. He set about rebelling against the systems that define Night City. Corporate overreach had sunk its clawed fists into every aspect of life. Everywhere you turn in Night City, you're bombarded with ads screaming at you to buy, and spend. Not happy with your body? Replace it. Not happy with your social life? Rent a Joy Toy and forget about it for an hour or two. Not happy with your existence? I know a guy who sells contraband BDs for a good price. Lose yourself in one of them and just forget about it. Who cares if Night City wins? It always will. Just distract yourself from it. Or better yet, let the corporations do it for you. What's a few eddies when the promise of oblivion is so close? Johnny saw all this and let the resentment seethe. When Alt Cunningham was kidnapped by Arasaka for her soul killer technology, Johnny rescued her from the corporation's grip. Or tried to. She died in the attempt. While her body perished, Her mind was uploaded to the net, trapped in the endless code she knew so well. She watched as Johnny lifted her still warm body from the net-running chair, screaming at him all the while. She'd been mere moments from finding a way to return to her body before Johnny unplugged her. An act of kindness that sealed her doom. Filled with rage, Johnny set about to destroy Arasaka, detonating a nuclear device in their towers. Ultimately, he was beaten by Adam Smasher and detained by Arasaka, his personality encoded onto an engram before his body was dumped in an unmarked grave. Night City had won again, this time denying one of its most loved legends the simple dignity of death. Johnny Silverhand became part of the system he tried to destroy, his music and image taken in the cold grip of Night City and moulded into a lure to attract more of the hopeful to its streets. You could be like Silverhand, it promises. You could be a rebel who became a legend. People remember Silverhand. Don't you want to be remembered? Don't you want your name to be written large in eternity? Beats obscurity, right? It's a bitter irony that a man so obsessed with his own ego would have his image stolen and used in the very system he despised. But this is Night City. It will make you a legend and then bury you in the same unmarked grave as all the others. Night City thrives on turnover, profits, people, technology. And it needs fresh blood if it's to self-perpetuate its own legend. Who knows? Maybe you could be the one to finally beat Night City. Maybe you are the one who breaks the mold. After all, it offers you the challenge if you're brave enough to take it. Come, sit at the table, draw your cards. It's high stakes, but what good is life if you're not remembered? Night City always wins. The only question is, how much are you willing to lose just to feel like you mattered? Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this mashup of pixels and paint, consider subscribing. Your support is always warmly appreciated. Until next time, farewell.